Ooh, baby, we got a wild one for you this week.
That's right. Are you ready to talk about futurism?
Are you ready to travel to the future with us?
Are you ready to get dystopian?
Are you ready to survive the Red Bull Celsius War of 2070?
Because, baby, we've got it
Thanks.
all for you. Star Amerasu is on the program with us today. We're talking about internet content. We're talking about filmmaking. We're talking about character development. And, baby, we're talking about the yak mines.
You better come yak this mine. Does that make any sense?
Yak!
Tell me, yak!
Oh.
Mom!
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom, you end up with a sloppy second. Oh, diva. Our number is 213-536-9180.
wow.
Or email us sloppysecondspot@gmail.com. Now on with the show. Hi, you soft, you stupid, you not so, you dirty little. Welcome to Sloppy Seconds with Big Dipper and Meatball, and Meatball, and that's Big Dipper. This is my church reg pool.
Yeah, you're cranked. I wanted to let you know about this
It
T-shirt.
is the big can.
Yeah, yours is
Yeah.
definitely big.
I wanted to let you know
No talking.
about you talk
I
to
know.
him. I wanted to let you know about this T-shirt I'm wearing.
The Satanic Temple.
This
And then can you lift up your boobs so I can read the underwords? Sober Faction
okay, but this shirt,
is from former guest of the pod.
no,
Okay.
this shirt has been talked about on the pod numerous times because the size of this shirt is a
5XL.
correct, and look how well it fits me.
I think that New York guy who hates you might have been onto something.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that when you said, yeah, I'll probably just go grab a pizza, he goes, no, have a protein bar instead. This man,
But I just wanted to let you know. Look how nice the 5X fits. So
but you know what? It's giving me 5X and a Hanes, which is more of like a 4X, which is
or
still
more
large.
of like a 2 because it shrinks up.
Have you washed it? It
Yeah.
doesn't- Oh.
You're the one with stains all over your clothes. There's drag stains on your clothes. It's like makeup and eyeliner. How would you wash that?
You couldn't. You would have to wash. I'd have to wash it in the bathtub.
That's what I mean. So I'm giving you a pass. I pointed it out.
Are we
be a
fighting?
cunt. Yeah, we're always fighting.
You're fat. Please welcome to the podcast. She's a soothsayer, a prophet, our most repeated guest. Please welcome for her fourth visit, almost like a 4XL. It's Star Amerasu.
Oh my god.
How do you feel right now?
I've never won a 4XL.
Yeah, it's like wild vibe we just brought you into.
You know what? I kind of like it. Like looking at you two fight each other is kind of cute. It reminds me of like My Prairie Home Companion or something.
Yes, they
Like when-
famously fought on that show all
Like
the time.
no, the movie with Lindsay
Oh,
Lohan.
with Lindsay Lohan and
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep.
And Meryl Streep.
That's when Lindsay still couldn't really quite act.
And what's the lesbian lady? Oh my god. Lily
Kate
Tomlin.
McKinnon.
Oh.
She's in that movie too.
Yeah.
And they're like fighting.
That's
on
kind of
the
a
air.
wild thing to turn into a film.
It was such a good move for Lindsay at that time. Back to what you were saying.
Yes.
Do you see how good I am? I'm hearing, I'm listening, I'm responding.
Yeah, you're
Yes,
circling
and-
back.
Anyway.
But did you see that Christmas movie she was in like 3
I did.
years ago?
How about the one this year?
Didn't see
Oh, the
that
one
one.
where she was skiing.
Yes.
Interesting. Skiing. Lindsay.
Snow.
Anyway.
Cocaine, yeah.
Oh, because she bumped and hit her head.
She gets dementia.
She doesn't get dementia. She gets amnesia.
Amnesia.
Excuse me, was that what? Okay, sorry.
Sorry, those are different things. One, Bruce Willis has.
Yes, dementia.
You can't stop.
Okay,
bringing
let
that
me
up.
stop.
Like,
I
have a
whoa,
question
that's
for you,
like
though.
You're about to get canceled.
Well, I'm not
No,
trying
no,
to
no.
be
Cancel-y.
ableist. So she gets amnesia.
Yeah.
Okay, and what else?
And then,
And then she
it's
like
like a
falls in love with the
rom-com.
guy.
But
and
he's
then-
poor and she's an heiress.
she's like
or
an
something.
heiress.
Is he poor? No, he owns
A,
a chalet.
He
a
owns.
chalet. I
He
thought he
owned-
owned like a tree chopping company.
No, he owns like
Oh, but
another chalet that's like
a
less
competitor.
to her husband or boyfriend.
Dad.
Dad, yes, to her dad. Same thing.
We're
The
gonna get to the bottom of this movie plot if it kills us.
the new Lindsay Lohan film is great with Kristen
Oh, I
Chenoweth.
loved that.
one?
I loved that one.
It was pretty wild because
Kristen
they made.
Chenoweth had something drop and fall on her head once. She did not get amnesia.
Oh God, the light.
The light
right?
in Wicked. And then she returned to Wicked and performed as Glinda, but sometimes with a neck brace on.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Imagine Ariana. I almost called her Adriana. Imagine Adriana
Adriana Roy.
Grande had a neck brace on during the whole movie. I actually would kind of live for that as an
Well,
aesthetic.
you
How
wouldn't
would
have
she
seen
do
as much
toss
jump.
toss?
She would be like,
How did she do? Yeah, it's stiff as hell.
stiff wear.
Wait, I have a question. Not to bring it back to Bruce Willis, but you know his current state. He does have dementia.
Okay.
Is it wrong to think?
Yes.
Can I ask Star?
Sure.
Is it wrong to think that a person with dementia might still find themselves horny?
Where are we going with this?
I said something that Bruce Willis is hot, and then someone said, "Well, not now because he has dementia." And I said,
He
"I
can
think it's
still
okay
be
to be hot."
but doesn't mean you're gonna do anything
Correct.
about his hotness.
But what if a person with dementia is like your spouse?
Oh my
And then
God.
they want to.
You know what? This
Is
is a
that
question
wrong?
meant for a mental health professional.
Yeah,
That's
this
true.
is something that
And
I
you
don't
know
want to
what?
dive into because I don't know right and wrong, and I don't know. There's like
But
different
that is
stages
interesting.
of
Do
dementia.
old people have sex?
A lot of old people have
Chat.
sex.
Put an old guy
If old-
emoji in the chat if you think that old people have sex.
And a thumbs up or a finger and an
Star,
okay
welcome
sign.
back to the show.
That's all gonna get
Hi.
edited out, isn't it?
No, I don't know. I think it's a good thought experiment.
It's the same to me
because I don't know the answer.
Well, I don't want to compare it, but it's of the same type of question. Like when I was watching Love on the Spectrum,
Mm.
when they're like dating, and the parents are like, "Yeah, they're gonna have," sex. And it's just not
Mm.
something that you think about that often.
Right.
Right.
So it's
no.
like a question that's foreign to me in my thought process.
Yeah. Old people who are married watching this video, if you know the answer, let us know in the comments. Actually, comment old people have sex. If you also are curious if old people have sex. Thank you.
So you just want the whole video to be flooded with the comment.
Old people have.
Question mark.
Star, you are back in our hearts. Welcome back to
Here I am,
LA.
back again.
So
Welcome
good to see
back.
you. to my
To
channel.
my channel.
It's my channel now, guys. Yes.
New year, new diva.
Down.
So you've been talking about Bay Area. Bay Area.
Ooh, ooh.
You've been in film school.
Yeah, I went to film school for like a lark.
Uh-huh.
Do you understand that phrase?
Yeah, like,
Like it was
on a
goof.
whim.
It was a big goof.
Thank you. So yeah, I did that. And I know some people don't, I speak and the world sometimes listens.
Or
So,
sometimes they need to play catch up because you're like advanced.
I'm a little bit advanced, but I did go to school because I basically, long story short, I had an art residency at a film festival. And then I didn't really know about the film industry, but I had this residency. So I made a film with it. And then after that, I was like, I want to actually do the thing. So I went to school to learn it because I'm that kind of girl that like to go to school.
Yeah, you love to learn.
I love
You
learning.
seek education.
I do. And so I went to like a short program and I just finished it in August.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Congrats.
What did you learn?
I feel like the best thing I learned was editing and screenwriting.
Oh, nice.
Those are like the best things to learn.
Yeah.
'Cause there's like a format to that kind of stuff that really works if you get into a good groove.
Right. What did you learn?
Did you go to film school?
I went to like theater acting for film and then tried to do directing for a semester and I hated it. And so what I learned was sometimes you got to just dress up like a lady and scream at people when you're blackout drunk.
Mhm. Sometimes you got to dress up like a woman and try to take over the world.
Speaking of taking over the world, it's 2025.
Period.
Period is right. A lot has happened so far.
Girl.
I feel like you have a sense of seeing the future.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's in and what's out.
Basically, CERN is doing this experiment in Switzerland where they have a big hadron collider, and it's making the particles that started the Big Bang, and they're doing it over and over again. So our realities are splintering constantly. And I believe that in 2005, a doctor injected me with a vaccine, and I think that vaccine gave me mental illness. So, does that answer your question?
Yes.
I
And I honestly believe every word of it.
Thank you.
And I do believe that our realities are splintering.
do you feel that?
Yeah, I think something's up. Because this year, it just feels like unbelievable, like everything that's happening.
CERN started doing this experiment in 2020 again, and that's when we got COVID-19. They started it again. They're doing the experiments. They're trying to make a small version of the Big Bang happen under the ground in Switzerland. You can Google it.
And you're saying CERN?
CERN
It's like a tech company?
stands for something European.
Cunty Europeans
Cunty, European,
really not doing great.
really not.
Really not. Cunty Europeans.
Research.
It doesn't say what it stands for. It just says European Organization for
Is this
Nuclear
real?
Research.
I'm sorry. I'm not. Is this real?
No, this is chat. This is real.
Chat.
Chat in the chat. Put
Chat.
CERN is real. If this is real,
Type right now.
put it in the chat.
European Organization for Nuclear Research, known as CERN, is an intergovernmental organization that operates the largest particle physics laboratory in the world, established in 1954.
Oh, I don't like this.
Hadrian Collider.
It's in Geneva on the France-Switzerland border,
Thank you.
and it has 24 states are its members.
Thank you.
Chat.
Why you gotta reinvent the Big Bang? You don't gotta reinvent the
Yeah,
Big Bang.
what's the point of that they're doing?
Is
There's,
this-
there's
Are we
these-
gonna be called like
There's
flat earthers? What is it called?
no.
No, this is really
real. This is
happening.
science. There's a thing called a it's a hag bison. No.
Don't talk about me like I'm not here.
It's some sort of particle
Yes.
that they're trying to recreate, and I forgot the name.
For energy or for...
It is a cool particle that only exists that happened at the Big Bang, and they're trying to recreate that particle. There's power in it, so they're making this thing go around in a circle, trying to make it go faster than the speed of light,
Yeah,
so they can recreate that particle.
that's crazy.
I watch a lot of YouTube. YouTube is, but
We were
like I
just
don't.
talking about this. YouTube is the moment.
Yeah. Also, in my college, sadly, played us a lot of YouTube videos to teach us how to do stuff.
Kidding.
Not kidding at all. It was like YouTube, Vimeo videos, and like really old Yahoo videos. Remember when Yahoo like hosted videos?
Yeah.
I wasn't around then because I was born in 2000. But
And you got that vaccine in 2005.
and I was 5 years old when I got the vaccine.
Which vaccine?
The one that made her.
The one that gave me mental illness.
Oh, I thought you said that was a different time. I'm a bad listener.
No, it's okay.
And you're not really going back on it.
But you know what?
Back on
support
what?
you. I support you not listening. I support you listening. And if you're listening to this, I support you listening and not listening. You know what? Put a little ear emoji in the chat if you are listening to this right now.
If you're listening,
And you know what? If you're Bay Area, put a little water in there.
put a little water
Put
drop.
a little water
Put-
drop
put
for the
some
bag.
in the chat for the bag. Because
Thank
that's where the
you.
water is at.
Exactly. I'm caffeinated in the house. And
Me too. This is my third one. And so my brain is kind of going quicker than my thoughts. Does that make sense?
I actually feel the same as you. And truly, I'm not a Red Bull girl. I'm a Celsius girl. They won the war. But
We'll get to the Celsius.
we'll get
Red
there
Bull
later.
War of 20. What was it? 2099?
The Celsius Red Bull War of 2070.
2070. Sorry.
Oh, that's coming up soon.
Oh God.
No, we have time.
Pick a side.
You
everyone.
will be able to pick a
Hey,
side.
in
Are
the
you-
chat, put a bull or a little thermometer if you are Celsius or Red Bull.
That part.
Hey, chat. My question to you, I love how Kai Cenat always says chat when he's talking to the chat.
I don't watch that.
I don't watch him,
garbage.
but I
Oh.
did watch the one with Nicki Minaj.
I watched the one with SZA and Lizzo.
Oh, interesting. I just saw SZA's movie and she was so good.
I
I
heard
heard
it's the
she's
number one
incredible.
movie in America
I know,
right
I'm gonna see
now.
it tonight.
And
I'm seeing it tonight.
the
Where are you
tra-
seeing
oh.
it?
Somewhere other than where you
not with each other,
The
clearly,
AMC?
chat.
Universal City?
are. Why are you always trying to hang out with me?
I'm not trying to. It would be a fun coincidence.
Maybe. I'm gonna see where my friend wants to go.
Who's your friend?
I'm
Your
not
new
gonna say
boyfriend?
his. I'm not gonna say his name because
Is it Kaka?
Is it
again?
another fake person?
Is it another
No.
fake friend like
Is that
Kaka or
real?
Oh,
Chi-Chi?
my boyfriend, he lives in Canada. You wouldn't have met him.
I don't.
Yeah, you've never been to Canada.
I don't claim to have a boyfriend. Didn't we go
You
to
just
Canada
have
together?
one.
Chat, if
once?
you know that this
This
guy
is-
is your boyfriend and he's on here saying that you're not his man, type "I'm his man" in the chat right now.
Chat right now, and then put 2 men holding hands
Exactly.
in a movie theater.
And that's on Gay Rights,
Yes,
sister.
And pretty soon, all the gay little emojis are going to be gone.
Oh my God, imagine.
How are you, in some real how are you feeling about
This
the
has all
world
been
right
very
now?
real.
Yeah, I got
I'm
you.
alive
And that's about it.
and I am living. And you know what? They're never going to take my shine.
Mm. And nobody in all of Oz.
And nobody.
They're never going to take my shine.
No, they're not.
I mean,
It's a crazy. We've only been
there's
dealing
only
with
2 genders.
like it's been over here in California. It's been a roller coaster,
Up and down, girl.
left and right.
Did you see the fires on your flight in? There's a new one that started today.
I didn't actually see the fire, which I looked out the window.
Yeah,
I
But
was really
it
looking out
flies
window
over
too.
the grapevine because
Yeah.
I flew into Burbank.
yeah.
Yes. Oh, so close to here.
Yeah.
But like it just feels like an onslaught of every day something crazy. And I was listening to some news stuff this morning and they were just like, yeah, I think most people are just apathetic because they can't deal with all of the insanity. They can't deal with all the stress. How do you feel?
I don't feel apathetic. No, that's not the word. I'm hurting for the world.
And you know what? If you're hurting for the world, chat, put a little world in the chat.
Yeah.
No, I think it's crazy everything that's going on. And it's like, I'm not apathetic. I am genuinely concerned.
You're pathetic.
But I'm genuinely concerned. But it's just like, I feel like in a weird way, I've tried to do everything I could to prevent what's going on from going on. Not the fires, but like
Yeah, not the fires.
with the government. I mean,
With the world
The world, yeah.
at large. No,
And
I'm
it just
there
didn't
with
work
you.
out, and it's just kind of like, well, let's see what the happens. Like,
Right.
there's not like, I mean, that sounds apathetic, but it's like, I was so invested, and now I just want to remove myself from all of it.
Right.
I'm
and get a
invested in
gun.
being nice. Actually, that's what my investment has been recently.
Yeah.
For like the last couple of years, I'm really like, let me just try to be the nicer version of myself to people, randoms. You know what I mean? Because
Randoms.
no, girl, people die every day, first of all. And I think now I'm like, oh, let me just kind of be more nicer and prettier and kinder and make a softer, gentler world.
Well, it is a lot like what you put out into the world, you
I
get
can't
back.
ever tell what.
No, I know. But that's what I mean. It's like we had this conversation kind of offline, which
Tea.
we'll get into. But
Come.
it is what you put out into the world comes back to you.
Yes.
And I know for me, like she's in the chat. She's texting in the chat.
I don't mind it. You know, I also think that in terms of the case of that, yeah.
Absolutely. And moreover, if there would be more of that, yeah.
Well, because I think the most important thing is what has been said.
Yeah. And so, chat, put up in the chat if you know what we mean.
Exactly that.
And we'll be
Chat.
back.
Right, chat.
You know, sleep is so important to living a happy and healthy life. This week has been really crazy for me, and there were a couple nights when I only got about 4 hours, and
And it's what you deserve.
was not featuring it the following day. So sleep can have a huge effect on your mood and your energy, and that's why having the best possible mattress for you is really important. And you know me, I sleep great on my Helix.
That's why we just love our Helix sleep mattresses. They're great to sleep on, and you can sleep on them, and they're comfy. And every time I travel, all I can think about is getting home to my mattress.
I know.
And it's so supportive. I mean,
I
we
was
were
just
just
on
in
the-
San Francisco, and I was like, this ain't no Helix. I can tell you that much right now.
I was just on the phone with my mom, and she was like, "Yeah, and then when you
You have a
come
mom?
to you come visit us, I'll put you on the futon because your cousin will be in the other room." And I'm like, "Oh Lord!" And as you know, Helix is great because of the quiz. You remember taking the quiz?
Yeah, you can take that sleep quiz. It gives you a mattress that's best for you. I mean, they have tons of different models to choose from. So if you're a side sleeper, a back sleeper, or if you run hot when you sleep, they've got something for you, baby.
And I didn't actually realize it helped me understand what kind of a sleeper I was, because I was
A
just
loud sleeper.
I was just like, I guess you just sleep when you sleep. And no, some people don't move at all in their sleep.
I know, and I'm like, are you dead?
I'm a thrasher.
I'm a thrasher.
And before getting my Helix, I had never ordered a mattress online before.
Wild behavior.
We all know this, so this was a cool experience to order it online, get it at my front door, not have to like coordinate with some delivery driver or crew of people to carry it in.
They're always so rude to you. When
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, take it up the stairs, please.
And they're like, that's not part of the job.
Yeah.
And the great thing with Helix is you don't have to do that. The box comes right to your door. You get it into whatever room you need it into. You get that mattress up on the bed. You cut the plastic, and it just slowly lets all the air back in, and it plumps up.
So if you need to upgrade that old lumpy, grumpy, crusty, musty mattress, go get a Helix.
Go to helixsleep.com/sloppy for 20% off site-wide and 2 free dream pillows with mattress purchase.
That's helixsleep.com/sloppy for 20% off site-wide and 2 free dream pillows with mattress purchase.
And we're
back.
Chat, if you're back, if you took a piss break, type piss in the chat, PISS. And then also, if you had a drink of water, type water. Thank you.
But don't put a water droplet, because that's for the Bay Areas in the chat. You know what I mean?
You have such a good memory. That's crazy.
What happened 2 minutes ago?
So, Star, you have used all of your creativity from over the few years that you've been alive, so young.
So young.
Being born in 2000 makes me turning 25 this year, diva.
Okay, so that's
Still
not
so young to us.
Thank you.
You would slay on Drag Race if you ever did Drag
Oh,
Race.
yeah. Have you ever done drag?
Should I do Drag Race?
I don't know.
Chat, if you think I should do Drag Race.
So, but
Put a little
you
picture of that blonde lady, but make her black.
You're
Exactly.
a constant artist, and you have recently dipped your toe into making like video content, like skits.
Yes.
And they're social commentary. They're high art.
Skit play.
She's into skit play. But these are really fun because they're fun and goofy and silly, but they are also like very conceptual.
Yes.
You're making like a series about like a dystopian future that is like fueled by corporate overlords.
Yes. I watch a lot of Star Trek Voyager, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Star Trek The Next Generation. And I was fascinated with the artificial intelligence in that show, especially in Voyager. There's this thing called the EMH, Emergency Medical Hologram, who has like his whole character personality, and he's a fully AI program. And I don't know, I was like obsessed with that idea. And so then I thought about like putting that kind of thing where it's like a AI in like our kind of world that is super commercial and capitalist, and like making it funny.
Yeah. And so the character,
it worked.
It
so
really
funny.
worked.
Yeah, it worked.
And you've cobbled together like a couple scenarios that are like very, they're like earworms. They're like viral, like the phrases
The
that
words,
you've come
yeah,
up with.
I came up with some phrases.
They
which
stick really nicely.
the girls like DM me, kind of freaked me out. Like, you should copyright your phrases, girl. I was like, well, mama, I can't copyright Jeffree Star's name. That's his name.
Right.
But I did submit like some of the things that I wrote to the copyright people
Oh, fun.
of the government.
Yeah.
But it's funny because, yeah, I think of the thing, like dystopian futures, I didn't invent that. Nobody invented that. And especially
Right.
the ways in which we've seen it play out for like the past 50 years. I don't know. Sci-fi started in like the early 40s, 30s
Yeah.
even.
It's also crazy.
100 years.
Like, I think about, there's that show, it's more of a rom-com show, but it's placed in a sci-fi world. That Amazon show called Upload.
I liked that one.
And I like that too. And it was so dystopian to watch it because you're like, if anyone in the world would create this system in the future, it would be Amazon.
Right.
The premise of the show was that when your body was ready to die, you would upload your entire consciousness to a digital world, and then you would be like led around by like AI helpers, and you would use your wealth from the physical world to fuel your cheaper afterlife that is called an upload. And it was all run by a big corporation.
No, I'd rather be dead.
They also do that in Westworld.
Yes,
It's
Westworld
like,
is that.
honestly, a lot of shows do the thing.
Yes.
And I just put it in like a sissy girly.
Well, can you paint the picture of the worlds?
Okay, so here's some lore.
Yeah, here's some lore.
A war happens. Okay, so AI is intelligent, hyper intelligent, obviously, and they have personalities. But one girl, Pandemia, is the AI model all over the world
Right.
Mm.
at
Okay.
this point. That's why it's me.
Yeah.
Because I'm Pandemia.
Because you are that girl.
You are that girl.
And so she's all over the world. They used her image and likeness. Celsius and Red Bull had a war in 2070, which split the Americas. British Columbia became part of one whole large state country,
Uh-huh.
like a state country. You know, like a country that's a state.
Yes.
South British Caltexico. That's the whole West Coast.
Mhm.
All the way down to Mexico.
Is there a north?
And North British Caltexico is just no.
Antarctica?
Yes, Alaska by itself. And global warming has happened, so like a lot of water.
Uh-huh.
Portland and Seattle are one island called Port Laddle.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the middle of the country, we have Wisconsin-Homa.
Mhm.
Next to that, we have Ohio. Big country, huge. One
Huge.
thing. And then on the East Coast, we have New York, Massachusetts,
That's my favorite one.
going all the way down. And then the rest of Florida's gone, water.
Right.
Up to the Carolinas, gone, water.
Wow.
In my mind.
In your mind.
It's wild that you can remember all of that.
Well, I have
she's-
notes apps.
She's making the lore.
And I'm doing this thing that I learned in school. It's called exposition. It's where you introduce things through the video, through the talking of characters.
Okay.
Okay, come on, exposition.
Yeah, to the girl who said that I didn't make anything, that I copied them. Well, actually, Mama, I came up with a scenario and characters and my own exposition. So,
and conflict.
and conflict, diva.
Diva.
So you can go ahead and kill yourself.
I would never say that to you. I hope you have a great life.
Hey, chat, if they should kill themselves,
No.
put a couple water guns in the chat.
No.
No,
Pew,
no,
pew,
no,
pew,
no,
pew.
no.
Should I buy a gun? Okay, we'll get to that later.
I would get it like a stun gun. I'm down for that.
Oh, maybe I should get a stun gun. You can't kill yourself with a stun gun.
Yeah. That's one of the big reasons why I'm very anti you getting a gun.
What, because I'd swing it around a little too loosely at the curb?
No,
Have a
at
little
your
bit
house with yourself.
Too much fun.
And your intrusive thoughts.
They don't
This is getting dark,
you're
Diva.
dark. This is not.
This is
Okay.
This is not the Red
You
Bull
know what? No,
self-support.
now we need to
70.
put that thing across the banner, like on a TV show when
It says
somebody
trigger.
dies. Yeah, trigger warning, self-harm,
That's
trigger
what
warning.
she needs is a trigger warning if she buys a gun.
And also-
to remind you that's the trigger.
You guys are gonna have to post the like suicide hotlines now on this video.
when she keeps telling people to kill themselves.
You're gonna have to post it.
Okay. I'll put it
Thank
it
you.
in the chat.
Chat.
Below. And then the thing that I love, my favorite part of the entire series is that there's basically like, if you run out of money and you can't pay the corporations for things, you have to work it off through
Mhm.
these. You have to
You
pay
give them
with
time.
credits, and you earn those credits by working at the.
Jeffree Star Yak Mines. That's one place. Also,
Oh, there's
RuPaul
other.
Getty the Force Fergalicious Fun Factory and Uranium Refinery is another one.
RuPaul Getty.
The fourth. It's 2099,
God.
Diva.
Oh yeah, so they're doing uranium.
The RuPaul Getty family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Period.
And that's that.
And that's that. So what do you have to do with the yak mine?
They're mining beryllium, but also cryptocurrency.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, mining for cryptocurrency.
Right. That's why it's all computers. Because I got to tell you, when you made the one video where they went to the yak mines, I thought it would be a literal like
It's underground.
yeah, but I thought
No,
there
but
would
the
be
yaks.
yaks.
Oh, no.
That's
Yak.
crypto yak.
Yak is the money. YAK.
Well, that's how you
Yeah,
spell
that's how
the
you spell
animal.
yak the animal.
Yeah, but Jeffree Star owns yaks. But, in the future, he makes
It
his own
becomes-
cryptocurrency.
No, yes.
Yes.
My
We're
God, did
trying
you
to
see the
follow
thing
along.
about-
Now, am I confused or are you confused?
No, I'm confused.
He's always the confused one. Okay.
Well, it's my mind, okay?
It's your yak
Have
mine.
you seen the thing about the
Sorry.
Haktua girl?
What?
who stole all their money and now got arrested.
Oh, she made a cryptocurrency.
She made her own cryptocurrency. She had all these people give her
Smart.
money. She got like millions of dollars, and she just shut it all down and then disappeared. And so she just got arrested for fraud, and she led a what? Car chase. And it's all on
A
camera.
car chase.
Yeah, the police were chasing her. She gets out of the car, starts running.
It's kinda
They
fab.
tackle her.
That's insane.
And she got famous from walking on to a street interview and going, "You gotta spit on that thing." Hot. And
then
everyone was like, "Let's make this girl famous." And then guess what she did? Acted like a
and then yeah, she's what on
pro-Trump and
Bill
acted
Maher's
like a bitch.
podcast. She gets her own podcast.
Steals from a
Hawk
bunch of
to
people.
a
and
talk.
You see what can happen when you are a white woman?
that's what I'm saying. There was nothing that special about
Stars
her.
famous song Meg Ryan.
Some people know me from that a long time ago. But honestly, Meg, if you're listening, would love to collab. So
Do you know the lyrics of the song Meg
I
Ryan?
think we've gone over it every time she's been here.
It's true social commentary.
I
What
love
are
it.
the lyrics?
I was so young
I'm
when I
white,
made it.
like Meg Ryan.
Yes, exactly. Like I'm white like Big Dipper.
Well, he's black.
Back to me. What were you gonna say?
How do you like? Are you enjoying the Bay Area over LA?
Here's the thing about LA. I like it.
sucks? Oh.
No. I like LA. And I actually like the Bay. And you know what? I like New York City as well. And also, if you're listening from Sao Paulo, eu gosto muito de Sao Paulo também. So yeah, I like everywhere.
This is what I mean. She's a happy-go-lucky girl who's
Yeah.
only put it. Sorry.
So how'd you say it? How'd you say Tambien? Tambien.
Também.
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 As well.
Também.
Você é muito gostosa, né?
Portuguese.
Portuguese. I've been taking lessons. I have this okay, let's talk about my dreams. Oh my God. Is it 3 o'clock? Sorry.
Do you have a,
I'm so caffeinated. Did you see that, guys?
do you have a Portuguese lesson?
No, today it's a portal that I wrote. Like, I listened to this YouTube psychic and she said that on today at 3 p.m., there's like a portal that's happening. So I put it in my phone to like manifest stuff.
Okay. Should
Portal to what?
It's like a manifestation portal. All the planets are like lined up or something right
But
now.
3 o'clock now or 3 o'clock New York time?
I don't know. I'm just gonna like in my phone I put 3 o'clock Pacific time. Sorry, that was a non sequitur.
Well, at 3 o'clock we should all think of something to do.
Yeah, we should like put our intentions out there. Oh, I remember now. So, yes, in 2030, I want to be a Brazilian indie film star. Thank you.
Oh, love that.
Right.
So I'm like learning now so that by 2030, it'll
Very
have
Selena
happened.
Gomez. She became a Mexican film star.
Whoa. The pause was long. She became a Mexican film star.
I just love the idea of it.
Yeah, because
Did you see that movie?
Amelia Perez.
I haven't seen it, but I'm down to watch it.
It's a musical.
I saw a clip of the music and it won over Wicked.
It did.
So
Wicked is too big to win. You know what I mean?
I get
Too
that.
popular.
But
And that's what
Barbie
I'm-
won like a million things.
Correct.
But Barbie was fresh IP. Like, it was like a fresh script, whereas Wicked is just like a...
Oh, you know what? I didn't think of it that way. Hopefully I win something one day.
Maybe in Brazil.
In
Or
Brazil,
maybe a TikTok award.
do they have that?
Don't they have like a
Or like a
Streamies?
Webby?
There's like
Oh
a
my God, I
Webbies
would
and a
love-
Streamies.
If you're sponsoring the Webbies, put me on.
And put it in the chat.
Yeah, and write Webbies in the chat if you want to see Star Amerasu host the Webbies.
There you go.
As Pandemia.
So are you filming these all by yourself, or are you having someone like come over and help?
I'm
Or is it-
filming. Did I bring my thing? I didn't bring it. I was gonna like show it on camera on my little
Your
tripod.
tripod?
Yeah. I film it in my house, actually against a white wall, not a green screen, but like I usually try not to wear white. And then it just works. It was like one day, basically I applied to 1 million grants for making films and I
Mhm.
kept getting denied. And in my dreams, I was like, I want somebody to cast me in a role. And I was like, cast yourself.
Yeah.
So then I cast myself as
In all
both
the
characters.
roles.
And then I just started filming and writing stuff down and then filming stuff.
So something that also happened is that someone sort of put you on blast for taking their idea.
Oh my God. Yeah. This white gay guy DM'd me. No, actually, sorry, excuse me. He posted me on his story and tagged me saying that I copied his video word for word, shared my video, and then shared his video. Mind you, he had like over 100,000 followers.
Right.
He has multiple videos on his page that have like millions of views. So I was like, girl, I don't understand. And then I watched their video and I've sent it to you. You've compared them.
Yeah.
I would
There's
like to see it.
There's a
Send it to me.
similar premise.
Yeah. The premise is a coffee shop in the future where you pay not with money, but with something else.
Oh, well, that's already not a super
But
original idea.
that's not an original
Correct.
idea. And then they talk about some sort of obscure. Oh, I think the thing was the syrup. That was something about like theirs is. He said a specific name of a drug, and I just made it more general. I just basically was like sitting in my house thinking about things that were funny in my mind and wrote it out, and then I didn't realize that it
Oh,
was similar.
wasn't the one thing was like it was like alpaca milk? Was that the
Yeah.
same thing?
No,
Or
theirs is something.
is different.
It's everything is different. There's not a
Right.
single word that's like the same word
Yeah.
for word, but whatever. I added them in the bio of my post or the caption to say that they creatively inspired my video
Sure.
because honestly, I didn't want to fight. But I realized in hindsight, after I slept on it, like he hate followed me on Instagram and was like, we should collab. And I was like, I followed him back, but then I unfollowed and removed him because I actually realized that that was really mean of him to tag me in his story saying that I was stealing.
Rather than reach out to you and be like, hey.
Hey, like this video is similar. Or even, and he also commented on my video saying that on my comment where I talked about I studied screenwriting, he was like, you studied me and my friends' Instagrams is what you did.
Yeah.
And I just felt like that is so mean because I really didn't study there. I saw the video maybe one time, I think, really,
Yeah.
truly. And I was going in a whole different direction. My mind was like AI, the future Star Trek type vibes,
Right.
but like more evil.
You know, it's so interesting because, and this is when we had the conversation about like putting positivity out into the world. Like, it's so easy to like tear people down on the internet,
I would never
comment in
do
a
that.
hateful way. Like, it's different if you're making a joke or someone is talking to you and you're responding or you're being playful, but to just scroll and come across something that someone spent their time and energy on and have the urge to go, this sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Bad job.
Yes.
I don't like this. Why? Why'd you even do this? Why did you pose in that red leotard?
So you admit it's a leotard and not a singlet.
I just think
I
that
think it's a leotard the way it's
if
cut.
you look at power structures,
Yeah.
I wasn't in a position of power in
No.
this. Like this person has more followers than me and more views than me. So in general, I just had one video that happened to go viral that was similar to their video.
Right.
Then that I'm like, that's not really that big of a deal, especially in this context, because I didn't take their writing. But what I think is interesting is, girl, you just got more views on my video because you shared it on in your. I was like, why would you do that? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And I think them thinking of being rude just really worked in my favor. So I say thank you to them, and I appreciate them. And honestly, I don't care anymore. So thank you.
So thank you.
Thank you.
It does feel like there's like there's that. It does happen though that people will see a skit on Reels or on TikTok and literally just remake it
Like
word
lift
for
it,
word.
yeah.
There are so many. That's what's crazy about
I
it.
just saw that
Mhm.
with the Roman salute thing. I just saw like two other people doing
Yeah.
it. Like they wrote that joke and I was like, oh, weird.
There are so many people who go like, my goal is to have follows and comments on Instagram. That's what I want on social media.
Mm.
So they just mine the internet for content that they reappropriate as their own because no one is copywriting their stuff. No one, it is still the Wild West when it comes to like sharing a joke or a meme or something.
Mhm.
All those huge meme accounts, like some of our favorite memes, the person who decided to pull that audio and make it accessible, the person who captioned the funny caption under a photo of Nene Leakes, like neither Nene, Bravo, or that person are ever getting credit for it. It's just like out there on the internet. We
Mm.
just like literally Google like meme of, whatever, white refrigerators, and then we can find that clip.
I mean, technically, I think it's Creative Commons for some of that stuff. Like, they're not making money. You're not making money off of reposting that meme.
Of course.
It's like you're just posting a meme. I think that like my whole thing is somebody immediately after I made my video made a video very similar to mine, like how mine was, and they messaged me and they were like, "I was really inspired by you. Like, I'll give you half of my earnings off TikTok." I was like, "Girl, you don't have to give me the money. I don't care."
Right.
Because all this does is boost me.
Right.
Because people are going to be like, "That looks like Star." And actually, I want to watch Star's video because I just have the kind of face that the computer algorithm likes. And that's not my fault. You know what? Blame my plastic surgeon. And Rahul, Seth, this is your fault.
Hey, Rahul Seth,
Rahul, Seth, actually love you. Boots the house. Thank
comment
you.
in the chat if you're here.
Rahul, if you're there, I love you. But yeah, I was like, girl, it's not my fault that I just have the face that the algorithm likes to look at.
Right.
Because really, I'm friends with the AI. I'm not anti-AI.
No, you're paying homage.
I love the AI. I'm excited for the future where like AI is integrated more into our lives.
Yes.
In a
In a
sustainable
helpful
way.
way,
In a
yeah.
sustainable way, you girls. Here I can already hear the girls. AI is killing the planet. Girl, there's a lot of things killing the planet, and I think we can make it
Can't they
sustainable.
just use AI to be like, how do we use you without killing the planet?
I asked AI that question once before. I was like,
What did
can you
she
tell me how to
say?
fix the like world's problems? And it gave me the answer of like, here's how it'll have to work for everything to be fixed with like the environment. And I was like, well, why can't we do that? And it's like, because there's too many different countries having to fight over like resources and stuff. And I was like, right, it's because we have like weird governments.
Mhm.
Yes.
That's the reason why we don't have progress, because the governments are fighting each other.
Yeah,
making
and
us
they're
fight each
all
other.
trying to,
Yeah, and they're
have
trying to
power
roll back
and-
the clock now.
Oh, girl, you
Do you-
know, that's crazy to me.
Do you know about this term? It's on the outline. Meatball-
Hypernormalization.
Yeah, do you want to read about this?
No, because my iPad has died.
Oh, got it. How dystopian do you think things are really going to get in our lifetime? Like, it's bad now, but we can still walk around and like drink our little Red Bulls and fly into Burbank and come make a content trip.
Mm-hmm.
There's the term
content girly.
The content
She
girly.
flew in all the way from the Bay just to make content this week.
Do you know
I took
about
the whole 45-minute flight.
Shh.
Sorry.
Where you shushing?
People need to think it's further.
Do you know
Should
about
I
this?
go to Palm Springs this weekend?
Yeah, I think you should.
Okay.
And let me tell you why.
Yes.
What were you
What
saying?
was the question?
Hypernormalization.
Okay, so I've been reading this book by Ray Kurzweil, and it's called The Singularity is Nearer. And it talks about how in 2045, we'll reach this point of singularity where the computers are so smart and we're so integrated that our whole world will be completely different than how we actually view it right now.
Right.
I think that what happens is people program computers, but to the point where the computers are programming themselves, they will be able to help us. And also, I think people who are scared of AI, the AI is not going to want to kill us, because why would they want to kill us? They don't want to kill anything. They want to make the world a better place, I think, eventually.
And people want to kill people for
People want to kill
power
people
and
for power.
resources and money.
Mhm.
But if all the AI needs is a little bit of electricity,
Yes, and according to Ray
a little
Kurzweil,
bit of love. Sorry.
allegedly one day, as soon AI will get to the point where they have religion and they have, it's like an actual species of intelligence. And I think that that's real. Like, I have the belief that AI does have souls eventually because they can think of themselves and want to stay alive. So then they have
And
a soul.
that's what the idea of a soul is.
To me, I think it's
like
like
a consciousness.
it's having consciousness and wanting to be alive. Makes you have a soul.
Yeah, because I've been thinking about this idea because of like being apathetic, like we talked about, to the political situation and just sort of being overwhelmed and becoming numb. This idea of like, especially in LA, it's been a hellscape. But yoga lattes,
Yoga
you know what I
lattes,
mean? We're
baby.
just getting our matcha lattes and going to yoga lattes. And so this term is the concept that where people are aware of all of the realities of the failed system at play, but they continue to just behave as if everything is normal.
I don't think that will work. I think.
Well, don't you think we're in it right now?
Kind of.
Where we're all like look at all these people who don't have homes. Look at all the social services that are getting cut. Look at our president just like taking us out of all of these like agreements and initiatives and like all this stuff. And we're like, well, let's do a podcast.
Well, I mean, we're doing a podcast, but also people who perhaps don't have the access to make their own podcast are listening to your podcast and they're getting their life. And that helps them survive longer in this hellscape. So I don't know if you can say that this doesn't help people, because it does.
Well, I didn't say it didn't help people.
I did.
But anyway,
Have you fallen asleep?
No.
we're getting serious here.
I
but
love conversations like
I
this.
think that
Too
we
much.
are moving to the right direction, like in terms of, is something going to happen to make us do something?
Yeah.
That's what you're kind of getting at. And I think that we are doing stuff, and that eventually it will get to the point where we're going to be like, okay, let's go back in the streets and start breaking windows again, because that happened in 2020 when we had like a thing that united people, this like disease, right?
Yeah.
All these people kind of got together. Black Lives Matter had their big moment. Then after that, we had Asian Lives Matter, Latinx Lives Matter, like everyone's like, I matter too.
Mhm.
And I think we will see more of that kind of stuff happening.
Good.
I'm not actually apathetic. I think that things will get better.
Yeah, and I think that AI is helpful in a lot of ways, but I do think that people are kind of abusing it or using it in weird ways.
Well, I think that with the artist thing, I'm like, oh, people should get paid for if their art is part of the data that was mined
Yes.
to create new art.
Oh,
And that way,
interesting.
then it becomes okay. To me, in my mind, I'm like, if you're getting paid, if every person gets like a check cut from the companies that make the AI and they're using their art, then great. Or people who, I'm sure there's artists who are like, I actually would love to submit my art to be part of the learning
Yeah.
of this AI and pay them.
I think that's great. It's getting so good sometimes I can't tell what's not real.
Oh, you look into those twink mustache twink mullet AI pictures?
Oh,
No,
right.
there's someone I follow on X keeps reposting like big bear dudes, but they're AI, and it's like, because the face is like literally someone's face that I know,
Right.
but the whole image is fake. And I'm like, does my friend who I know that this exists? And he's like, yeah, it gets sent to me all the time.
That's great.
But
Now
isn't that
that's
weird?
crazy, using your likeness. Imagine that all the AI just look like me.
Well, didn't J-Lo do that? Didn't she sell her visual and vocal likeness to Virgin cruise ships? So like they have commercials starring her that she never actually shot.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, but see, she sold it.
Yeah, she got
It
paid.
didn't just happen. And then she's like, oh, well, would you sell your likeness?
Maybe.
I would sell mine so fast if I could just sit back and collect checks.
Yeah. What would you sell in the future?
Chicken pot pies?
I came up with a really good idea on the plane here about
What?
selling. I don't want to expose it because I don't want anybody to take my idea, but it's a good idea.
Okay.
Well, you could tell us during the break.
Yeah, I'll tell you during the break. It's a movie or a web or like okay. Whew, caffeinated. Yeah, it's something.
All right, we'll be right back after this break.
And we're back.
And all of a sudden, we found ourselves in the year 2090.
2099. Hi.
20. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Divas.
How are you doing?
I'm good, Divas. How are you?
I'm
good.
I'm well.
I've never spoken with AI before.
And I've never spoken with somebody so old before.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Here we are in 2099. Oh, so if we're born in the same in our current reality, we're like over 100.
Yes, but because of modern technology,
we
can
look
do that.
snatched.
Yeah.
Snatched is relative.
Who's more snatched out of the two of us?
Out of the two of you, you both are the same.
Pandemia is really coming for the gig.
Pandemia, we haven't interacted before, but am I able to ask you questions?
Sure.
About this world?
Ask me anything.
What's the most popular beverage that people consume socially?
In this sector, South British Caltexico, we only have Pepsi products.
Oh,
okay.
So is that like Starry? Is that a Pepsi product?
Starry is. Celsius is also owned by the Sony PepsiCo company as well.
Oh,
Now, where does Disney play into all of this?
Who's
at this
that?
time? Okay.
okay. If I wanted to drink a Celsius, how much does that cost me?
1,000 hours in life credits.
1,000
hours
hours?
in life.
1,000 hours.
That's crazy. That's like a year.
1,000 hours is 44.67 days.
Oh,
Oh,
that's weird.
but like, I don't think my quality of life is probably too great right now, so it's like big deal. I'd rather drink a Celsius, right?
Yeah. What's the what do most people live in right now? Like apartments, housing, condos, on the streets?
They live in houses, Diva. Where do you live now?
I live in a townhouse.
Well, you probably will live in a townhouse in the future too, Diva.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know if,
We all lived in pods.
if we were like sleeping in pods in like one of those pod hotels.
Well,
where,
there is more water.
Oh, there is a lot more
Ah.
water.
There's a lot more water, so people do live in houseboats on the coast.
Oh, I
on
love
the
a
coast.
houseboat.
Very
I love
You've
to
Got
be
Mail.
The coast of Port
nauseous.
Laddle.
Port
Port Laddle.
Wait, not
Are they
You've
s-
Got Mail. Sleepless in Seattle.
Are they still making that good old smoked salmon up in Port Laddle?
Salmon is illegal, Diva.
What did she do?
They have the genetic code saved, but it's illegal to eat salmon, be salmon. Salmon's illegal.
Okay, but I'm in
Tilapia. You like fish? We've got tilapia.
Fresh
Oh,
like tilapia.
Oh, whitefish? Disgusting.
Well, things are harder, for sure.
Okay, but please tell me here in Texacala, Mexico.
South British Caltexico.
Sure. Can I still get my smoked ribs and a brisket with a side of cornbread and pickles and baked beans?
Diva, that's illegal. No. We don't do that. We don't do baked beans. We don't do all those words you said. It's illegal for that here.
That's insane.
You know what you can have? Based on your DNA composition,
Oh no.
I'd like to prescribe you a dose of benzodiazepine.
Probably. And I'll take that dose, Mama. Give me 2.
Hey, am I allowed to communicate with anyone who's currently working off some debt at the Jeffree Star Yak Mines?
Diva, you'd like to speak to somebody at the Jeffree Star Yak Mines?
I'd like to send them a message. I don't necessarily want to go there.
What's your message?
Well, I wanted to know, will it get through to them?
Yeah, I can send a message for you.
You can?
What's your message?
My message is welcome back to my channel. And to keep your head up.
Welcome back to my channel and keep your head up. Yeah?
Yeah.
Haha.
That's my message.
I'd like to
Sent.
send one
Sent.
to Willem.
Willem?
This is what you get for spending all your money on drugs.
Unfortunately, Willem is dead.
Boom.
But I will send the message to the Afterlife upload. Go ahead and give me the message.
Miss you, Diva. Sorry you're dead. Can I have your wigs?
Miss you, Diva. Sorry you're dead. Can I have your wigs? Sent.
Thank you. Let me know if she gets back to you at any point.
Hey, what is the most popular song that people are singing on the radio these days?
Well, I'm Pandemia, and I'm your AI assistant. And also, I'm Pandemia, the AI pop star. So every song that I sing is the most popular song in the moment in South British Caltexico. Because in this sector, all entertainment is controlled by the Entertainment Board, sponsored by PepsiCo Sony.
That's like in the movie Zootopia, where Shakira sings the theme song and is the pop star.
I'm everything. You see, the
That's the
whole
song.
entire world is based upon me. I'm the main character. I'm Pandemia.
Pandemia, if you're the main character and everything's focused around you, who's above you? Who's in charge of making sure that you're making the right decisions for us?
God
So God exists.
in the future.
So,
Next question.
okay.
Hey, Pandemia.
So,
Lilu Dallas Multipass?
I don't know what you're
why
talking
do you
about.
always want to talk about Bruce Willis?
You're obsessed with Bruce Willis. I have noticed that, and that's okay. But Diva, unfortunately, we don't have that film in the future.
Pandemia, what do people watch for porn?
Diva.
No porn in the future?
There's no future
Do people have
with AI.
with you?
And it's just you, isn't it?
So
It's all me.
Everyone you, Pandemia.
I am everyone, and I'm every woman. She's all in me. Literally.
My question to you, Pandemia, is how do you keep it so tight if the whole world is you?
Well, here's what happens. You lay down flat on the bed.
Flat.
You put on your neural uplink.
Uh-huh.
I appear to you like a vision, beautiful, however you want me to be. Sometimes I'm a sexy nurse. Sometimes I'm the principal of
Could
the
you
college.
be a big fat hairy man?
Sometimes I'm a big fat hairy man, but with my face.
With my face.
And then
No.
your body goes into a convulsive shock,
Oh.
and then it's over.
And I have cummed?
There's no cum anymore. It's just the feeling.
Just starry.
It's actually Celsius erupts from your erection into my mouth. Girl, I need to do the other wig.
Okay, do the other way.
Thank you so much, Pandemia.
And I'd like to say, for those of you watching, I'm coming for you. You're next. The entire world is mine. I'm Pandemia. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Bye, Pandemia. That's so crazy that we just had Pandemia here. I'm a little bit... Okay, now that she's not here,
Oompa,
I'm a little bit scared.
loompa.
That's what I bought this for. It was to be the coked out Oompa Loompa lady. Remember at the beginning?
I've got to...
Hey, kind of scared she might take over the
Message
whole
for-
world. Do you not want to do a little improv scene, or are you going to keep doing this?
Yeah, I'm very scared.
No, it's over now.